The third night, the most complicated, with the cart that the landlady uses for the fields, I climb the mountain with the body, bury it, and return home. A couple of days later during the day, I return to make sure I haven't left any obvious traces of my work. The following weeks, I spend a lot of time gathering information about this dead man. I go around saying he owes me money. I learn from some drug addicts who knew him that he had no family. He had been living on the street for years, mostly prostituting himself to raise money for drugs. He had grown up in a public orphanage that he left as a young man. From what I'm told, he didn't have major problems with the law. His build is similar to mine, but his face is quite different. Luckily, we have some similar characteristics due my mother's origin. I keep dating Lana, the American girl. We are happy together, even if sadness often comes up when we remember my precarious condition as a refugee. We know it will not last forever. We talk about life together, about future projects, but above all, about solutions to my situation. Months go by. A quiet life. I haven't passed documents to the Venezuelans for a long time. However, I have never revealed any very important secrets. During this period, I read cosmetic surgery books, undertake some research on the internet, and attend the medical college library, which I am allowed to access as a teacher assistant. I am particularly interested in the use of short, moderate, and long-lasting injectable fillers for medical aesthetic use. From a foreign lab, with great difficulty and a lot of patience, I managed to order a certain amount of these substances, paying for them at my own expense and justifying the orders for laboratory purposes of the institute where I work. To practice, I occasionally do tests with physiological water injections into my face. I try with micro-injections around the lips and nose to increase their size, or on the eyelids and cheekbones to try to look like the man who died of an overdose. By using facial recognition software, I try to make sure I also escape the possible use of this technology. My girlfriend notices that my face sometimes has strange swellings, so I explain to her what I'm doing and why. My change of features seems funny to her, and she often helps me with the injections. I am told by the Venezuelan ministry that the US had not yet managed to obtain my extradition. Therefore, they had made agreements with the most likely candidates for the presidency of Venezuela. They say the International Monetary Fund has also promised to this candidate a large amount of money for Venezuela for some favorable exchanges, including my extradition. The elections are in 4 months. I am worried. I realize that I cannot wait. I have to be ready in case the extradition is approved. I spend the weekends with my girlfriend inspecting places to take refuge, familiarizing myself with the local transportation system and preparing an escape plan. The new president is elected, and as was predicted, the winner is the candidate supported by the US. I can't wait for things to change. I have to act. I have to prepare an escape plan, and my girlfriend will help. I've known her for some time now. I trust her. I had to tell her practically every single detail. We decided that she will follow me in 2 months. I will stay in touch with her by writing comments in an online national newspaper under the name of IULAW. I will write comments in sports articles several days a week, but she will have to read only on Sundays. The Venezuelan official informs me that extradition will be granted and they will soon come looking for me. He says he's sorry, as now things have changed. He greets me by saying, "Mucha suerte." In fact, a few days pass, and the police arrive at the address I provided. They understand that the address I provided is incorrect, but they manage to find the real one by asking around the neighborhood. The apartment is empty. Even at the institute where I worked, they can't find me. I vanished a few days ago. I'm in Maracaibo for days. I got there by bus. A long beard and injections with fillers make me unrecognizable even by any facial recognition systems. I know the risk of tracking. That's why I abandoned my phone and don't check my emails. I settled into a shared apartment. I found it on the university bulletin board. It wasn't easy to find it. I'm under a false identity, that of the dead man, also with his documents which I remind you are expired. I had to spend the first night going from one bar to another. My tenant is a student, quite shy. He asks me what I do, and I reply that in life I have done a bit of everything, and now I am looking for any available job. He tells me he's studying medicine. He says he's lucky because he comes from a fairly well-off family. He spends all his time studying. Very dedicated.